Mr.Prashanth Kumar. Once again, welcome to my YouTube channel, Sociocratic. Friends, family, relatives, how nice it is to enjoy with our relatives. How nice it is to play a talk with our neighbors. So we need neighbors, we need family, we need friends. Same time, a country also need its neighbors, its uh, other countries, relation, etc. It's a very, very important one. We already discussed about the foreign policy of India, how it is important to have good relationship with other countries. We already discussed. Now here we have to discuss about India's relationship with other countries. How India having good relationship, what are the problems between that? These things we have to discuss today. And this relationship of India is discussed under Directive Principles of State Policy, and it is trying to get good relationship with other countries. And India's main policy is international peace and coexistence. It is explained in the Article 51 of our Constitution. We already discussed about that. Yes, now in this relationship, few countries we have to take, and that important countries, India and China, we have to take. Yeah, India and China. We know in recent days what is happening between India and China. How China is trying to occupy the places of India, we know that. How they are stabbing from behind, we know that. But anyway, in SSLC textbook, third lesson of this civics, we have to study relationship of India and China. This relationship, it is not the recent one from Mesopotamia or Indus Valley civilization. From that time itself, it had relationship with China. And actually, Buddhism originated in India, but found wide acceptance in China. For them, it is heaven actually. And not only this much, many rulers they had good relationship, trade relationship with China, Indian rulers, and silk trade between China and India is discussed in Kautilya's Arthashastra. Yeah, and China is our big neighbor country to the north of India, and relationship goes back to ancient times. And India actually we have to remember this for these points actually. India was the first country to recognize Chinese Communist government in October 1949. And you believe it or friends, believe it or not, see, actually now India wanted to get permanent seat in the Security Council of UNO. China is opposing that. In those days, in the beginning, the first proposal came to India. India should become the permanent member of Security Council. But India sacrificed that and gave that one to China. They don't know that one. They have forgotten that. But now they are stabbing from behind. Anyway, so mutual relationships were guided by Panchashila principles. You know, Jawaharlal Nehru and Chau En-lai, they signed the Panchashila agreement. So its relationship guided by this Panchashila. China annexed Tibet against Indian will. China attacked on Tibet and occupied it. And at that time what happened? The Dalai Lama, they came to India. Many Buddhist monks, they came to India. India gave shelter to them. In Karnataka at Bailahongala, you know that one? Kushal Nagara. There they stayed. For that, China got angry on India and attacked on India in 1962. Anyway, China annexed Tibet against Indian will. Maoist terrorism in the form of Naxalism casts a shadow on the mutual relationship. They are provoking these Naxalites. And the relationship they wanted to improve. In that respect, one group of countries, they made one union, that is a BRICS union in 2015. They made this one. BRICS countries. BRICS means the full form. Do you know? B Brazil, R Russia, I India, C China, and yes South Africa. These countries. It's the BRICS. Yeah. So okay, this India's relationship with China, it is not good actually nowadays. It is going. It is some clash between these. Why? The relationship between India and China is recently spoiled. This question comes. Justify. That question comes. This statement they will give and justify. China annexed Tibet against Indian will. As a result, Indo-China War happened in 1962. China's claim over Arunachal Pradesh is another cause between these two, clash between these two countries. It is saying Arunachal Pradesh belongs to us. They occupied many parts of India already, actually in Aksai Chin, etc. Maoist terrorism, there is another cause, I told this now. And no international border there. Proper border not mentioned. They are occupying that area. They want to construct highway there to go to Pakistan. And the line of actual control. So that is actual control there. This is another problem between India and China. Nuclear threat and military advancement in border. Now whatever they are doing. Actually, agreement was made by the previous government for 35 years. We should not carry any weapon in that area. That's why I say they are beating our soldiers with the nailed blocks. Okay. Yeah. Water dispute between India and China. These are the main causes for the clash between India and China and the spoiling of relationship between India and China. Okay, this is about India and China. Next, another our neighboring country and having a big clash, that is India and Pakistan. So, what is the reason for the tension between India and Pakistan? Before independence, it was one country. In 1947, when India got independence, so under India's Independent Act, India became two, India and Pakistan. And what is the reason for the tension between these two? Kashmir issue. They are saying Kashmir, we have this belongs to us. So that is one issue. And border dispute, always in that border dispute. Pakistan occupied Kashmir, etc. POK, you know that one. River water dispute is there, Indus. Terrorism, you know that. Terrorism is the biggest problem. They are Pakistan sponsored terrorists. They are creating a problem in India. Military agreement with China. So Pakistan is making military agreement with China. China wanted to construct the highway to Pakistan. Between that, India is coming. They wanted to occupy that area and wanted to construct the highway there to carry out the weapons and supply weapons to Pakistan. Okay. And what are the measures taken to improve the strained relationship? Many measures have taken. What are the measures? Tashkent Agreement in 1966. Tashkent Agreement was signed between India and Pakistan in Russia with the mediation of Russia. There Ayub Khan and from India, Lal Bahadur Shastri went and he was assassinated afterwards. And Shimla Agreement. There is another agreement between India and Pakistan. And at the time of Vajpayee, Lahore Bus Yatra made. Agra Conference was made. Many efforts were made to solve the dispute between India and Pakistan, but everything is failed. All the efforts have failed. And between that, attack on Indian Parliament House in 2001, terrorism, see they are supporting terrorism. And Mumbai attack in 2007. Pathankot attack in 2016. See, these are the problems between India and Pakistan. And because of this relationship will not improve, I think. So anyway, this is the relationship between India and Pakistan. Next, we have discussed about relationship so neighboring countries over. So then other countries also there, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, etc. are there, but that is not so important. And here India and Russia we have to take. Russia helped India in the field of economics and politics. And actually, in the bipolar world, when after Second World War, world divided into two, one USA centered and one Russia centered or USSR centered. India stayed neutral, even though India followed non-aligned movement, got support from Russia in the economic and political fields. Supported India during Indo-China War in 1962. Russia supported India. Supported India in Goan liberation from Portuguese in 1961. And India and Pakistan agreement, Tashkent agreement was mediated by Russia in 1966. And India and Russia signed an agreement of 20 years for peace and cooperation in 1971. Supported for the establishment of Bhilai and Bokaro steel plants. Two big steel plants were established in India with the support of Russia. Supported India to improve its industry and technology. In the industrialization, Russian support is a big one. Extended support to India's request for permanent seat in UN Security Council. Russia supported. The problem is China. China not supported. So these points says that our relationship is good. Indo-Russia relationship is good. Yeah. So this is about, and another thing, in the space also, our first astronaut Rakesh Sharma went with the Russian space shuttle. So in technology also, in science also, we had good relationship. Okay, this is about India and Russia. Next, India and USA. India and USA, two big democratic countries, and the relationship of again here after Second World War in the bipolar world, India stayed neutral and non-aligned movement it followed, but still India had good relationship with America, and here both are democratic countries, and we got support from USA supported a lot, and especially in the India's fire plan they supported, yeah, and extended its support during Indo-China War. Because China is a communist country, that's why they oppose that. Both have shared interest in controlling terrorism, especially when Osama bin Laden attacked on WTC. Then afterwards, they showed more interest towards controlling terrorism and enjoys a better relationship in the fields of foreign trade, science, technology, space science, education, etc. and share mutual responsibilities in strengthening UNO and maintain global peace. But when the president changed, so at that time the relationship also little bit changed. At the time of Clinton one type, at the time of Obama another type, at the time of Trump again change. So like that India is adjusted with them, and it's a peace and in coordination, in peace, to maintain peace and coexistence. So here India adjusted the policies in accordance to its relationship. Okay, and their Democratic Party and Republican Party, two parties, whatever the party come to power, India had good relationship. So these are the relationship of India with the other countries. So we have to get a good relationship. Other countries also there. So they are Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Nepal, Maldives, Afghanistan, Indonesia, and other countries were there. So we had good relationship, and still we have good relationship with those countries. So let us continue this good relationship. Thank you very much.